Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Network Dibaron GH, aka AfroBiz_King 123. So today I am in the kitchen again. I am gonna be cooking Gambian food, which is called Damoda. Yes, and in Ghana also we call it groundnut soup or something like that. So stay tuned and let's get into it. I will start cutting my onions, and this is my ingredients that I'm gonna use. Yeah, so stay tuned. I will start with the meat, and first of all, as you can see, it's too big, so I will separate it into two. I'll cut it into two, and I will start to cook with the meat. Yeah. The meat, so before you cook it, please try to wash it. Please try to wash it. It's very important. Yeah, so now I'm gonna wash it. Yeah, so after putting the water, try to use your hands to wash it, and then if there are some dirty things or there are some of the oil that maybe you don't want, you can even remove them. Yeah, it's really important just to keep everything clean and healthy, you know. So that's how it is. Yeah, I'm gonna wash it 2 times. It depends how you want it. You can also wash it anytime, how many you want. Yeah, so after finish washing it, I will go now and add it to the bowl, yeah, which I already have here. So now when I add it, I will have to on. So now the meat is on fire, and then I will have to on it now. So let's go. So I'm gonna put it 9 because that's just the beginning. And after putting it on fire, I will now put the necessary ingredients to it, which is like the onion and other things, so that the onions also help it sometimes remove the onions help it to remove the scent, and then makes it is good also, not only the taste yeah, but to keep it the scent away. You know, meat have scent sometimes. So this is how I used to do it. I'll just put the onion. I will put this one later, the carrot. I will put it later. And now I'm gonna put my pepper and other things like this, the spices. So now let me put this one also is black pepper. Just have to put it so that the meat will have the spices on it before I will then add water and things like that. Yeah, so now I will add my Maggi. Yeah, Maggi is also important. it helps it also taste good, you know. So the Maggi, I will leave it one at the moment, and if later I taste it and I feel like I still need to add Maggi, then I will now add another Maggi to it. So that's how I'm gonna do it right now. And now I need something to sometimes you can just use the meat, you can just use the spices to put in the meat, but in this case, you know, whether I like it or not, I'm gonna add water. So I prefer to do it like this. When I do it like this, and the spices will get into the meat, yeah, and those kind of scent is not gonna be there again, and it will help it also. So in this case, this is how I'm gonna leave it, and then I will let it to cook small. I'm gonna add my water. So now let's add the water. So before, I have to wash this thing, because as you can see, I washed the meat from it. So I will wash inside again, just to make sure that I still have the cleanness, you know. So now I'll add a bit of water, and I will leave the meat to cook. So now I will be adding the water to it. Oh, it depends, like the water that you have to put. I mean, how you want the soup, as many as you want it. So this is how I'm gonna leave it, and I will have to clean my, because I put the water there. Yeah, so that's how I will leave it, and I will leave it to cook some few minutes, and after some few minutes I will now have to add my groundnut and my tomatoes paste. Now so after leaving the meat to cook like 10 minutes, because you know chicken is not that strong, so now I will now put my tomatoes paste to it. Yeah, so that's how I'm gonna do. I just want to add them early, because if I don't put them early, later you will see that the meat will be destroying or something like that. So now I'm gonna add this to it. Yeah, I'm not gonna put all. I'll definitely leave small to just check it out. If later I will have to add more. Yeah. So, and now what I'm gonna do is, like, I will just add the groundnut to it, so that, and just leave it to cook for some time. Yeah, so stay tuned. Let's see how it's gonna go. So now I need spoon. Yeah, need some spoon. Have to add it. There's another different way that you can cook it, whilst cooking them in a different way, and I will definitely make another video to explain to cook it in a different way also. Yeah, so this is how it will look like, you see, and that way I will just pack it. So before that, I have to lower my fire. Yeah, because if not, that here all will be dirty because of the groundnut. I will still add more. Yeah, I will leave it like this now, and later we will see how it is gonna look. Yeah, to keep everything clean. So after putting the groundnut, I will now close it and leave everything, and I will start to cook my rice because we will be eating it with rice. Yeah, so now let's see how I am gonna cook my rice also. Yeah, and after I will give you another details again how the soup looks like. So the soup is still on fire, and I will now add my carrot to it, so that carrot also is strong, so that it will also be preparing well. Yeah, so I will add it now. And after finish adding the carrot, I will now make sure I will now cook the rice, because I don't need to do anything with the soup again. What I just have to do is like to wait for the soup to get done. So now I will be cooking my rice, and to cook your rice you always have to make sure that you wash it also to keep the cleanness, as I always said, and to just have a good look, because sometimes there is this kind of small animals in your rice, and when you put the water it may bring them on top of the water, and then you will be able to take them out. So always remember to wash your rice, keep everything clean. It's very good. Let's keep the germs away from our food and things like that. So now use your hand to wash it well. After washing it the first round, just take the water out. Yeah, and I will add another water again to wash it second time. I mean, it depends. Sometimes you can wash it 3 times. It depends how your rice is. Yeah, and this rice is the short rice. I mean, I think this one Gambians and Senegalese use it a lot. Yeah, so that's how it is. So washing your rice, you also have to make sure that there is different way of cooking rice, and each and everyone cooks it in a different way. So now what I did is like I started to cook my water till it will start boiling, and then I will now add the rice to it. But before I put the rice, I will add the rice inside. I will add my salt just to keep the rice also salty or something like, I mean, not too much. Yes, so now I will add a little bit of salt, just small. When you make it too much, then I think you can't eat your food. So after putting small, I'll add another small. Yes, so I will leave it like this, and I will test and see if things okay. And then I will add oil. Yeah, most of the time I add oil, and that just to make it look nice. Yeah, small oil also, it is okay. It make it look nice when the rice cooked, and when it's finished, you see on top of the rice, it looks so good. So now I will be adding the rice. Yeah, so I will add it and just leave it for some time also, for it to cook very well. And you always have to make sure and lower your fire, if not that you can burn your rice or your soup, and when it's burnt you don't feel the taste very well. Yeah, so always take good care and don't put the fire so high. Just leave it like that, and it will definitely leave it low fire, and it will cook very well. Yeah, so now finish adding the rice, and then I will leave it for some time, and yeah, we will see how it is gonna go. Yeah, after 1 hour I left the soup in the fire or on the fire. This is how it finally looks when it's done. And you guys need to be very careful, because when you are to cook groundnut, you need to be very careful. You have to let it cook very well. If not that, when you eat it, you will be running, which is not good. Then now check it out how it look like. So now this is how it look like when it's done. You will see the oil on top of the soup, which shows that it is done. Yeah, because I cook it 1 hour, and now if you eat it, you will not run. Yeah, and cook and check it out also, and the rice is also done. Yeah, so that's how it is, and that's how we cook it. It's just like simple as ABC. So guys, at the end of the video, this is my outcome. Yeah, and when you are cooking this one, you have to make sure that the soup is thick when you are to eat it with rice. I will be cooking the same thing in a different way, groundnut soup with fufu. So I will cook it very soon. And if you like this video, please do me a favor, subscribe to my channel, share, like, and comment. And you can comment any food that you want me to cook. I mean, I'm not a caterer, but I've grown up with my grandmother. Please, so definitely let's